Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Let's go. Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Zen.
Trap.
Protect.
Yo, peace.
Protect your energy. But yeah, man. Like, what you got planned for this week? This week, yeah.
I got a meeting tomorrow.
All right. I don't want to hear about that. Never mind. No. Well, the way you started off, I don't even want to hear that. How was your weekend? That's a better question. How was your weekend?
That's a good question.
Wow, it's two mics. The weekend was good, man. I got to hang out with my day ones. You know, I don't get to see y'all often.
Day ones.
Yeah, man. So it was a good time. Sure. It's always a blessing to spend time with friends that feel like family. You know, so it was a good time.
He said, "I thought we was just family."
My bad.
Wow. Wow.
I hate y'all.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. But no, it was a good time. You know, and I've been heavily lifted all weekend.
Heavily lifted.
I'm glad Jesus got his hands on you. I'm glad you blessed and highly favored as well.
Highly favored. Amen.
Yogi LG, how was your weekend?
My weekend was wild. It was wild. It was a wild weekend. Had a going away party, somewhat of a celebration for the 4th.
We don't celebrate that holiday.
But you know, we got our freedom on June 19th. Okay.
Facts.
So, yeah, just hung out with my peoples. I got my family. One of my favorite cousins surprised me. That was so dope. Shout out to my man for helping set that up. Shoot, we ate some tacos and had some libations.
Ooh, that queso was busting.
That's why I got these shades on. The queso was good. The queso was a hit. Thank you.
Shout out to LG for the queso.
Yeah, but we had a good time. And we played games, spike ball. You know, we got busy on the spike ball.
We got busy. We got a 50-50 record. We need to practice a little bit.
We got to practice.
We got to practice a little bit.
We got the game. We'll never practice. It's hard to play with just us.
This is true. We'll find. You know, there'll be people walking by and stuff. But, you know, welcome to a Zen Trap Chat. I'm one of your hosts, Zen P.
Yogi LG.
And we got a special guest with us today. He hails from the mean streets of Charleston, South Carolina. He be on that Geechee shit now, boy.
Geechee
Little Phosphate Road. Actually, Phosphate AP Road. But he don't do that no more in case he need to. He's a change man. He's a HBCU graduate.
Come on now. Talk his stuff.
He is an engineer with I don't know how many certifications.
Mm-hmm. All that.
He has his own Be Impactful organization. That boy is good. You hear me? That boy is good. None other than the one and only Mr. Deron Gadsden.
That's so good.
I don't know what else
I don't know what else I'm supposed to say.
How you feeling, brother?
Tell me how you
Hey,
feeling, man.
Blessed and highly favored. I'm just happy to be here.
That's what's up.
Well, I got a question for y'all. Me and Yogi LG was pondering on the porch, and we just kind of noticed how, like, when you go to other countries or even with other states where there are not a lot of people with the melatonin in their skin tone,
When you don't see a lot of black people,
when you see them, you usually give them like a little nod, like when you see people out in public and stuff. Okay, where does that come from, do you think? Like, and we can fact check this later, but like, where do you think that comes from?
I think it comes from a sense of connection. So you just be like, oh, I see one of mine. What's good with you? Okay. Like, are you good? Like, but also like checking in because when you in them spaces, it's not always safe. So you just like, yo, you good? Do we need to stop?
What's the face if they not?
Yeah.
What you gonna do when you see one like get out like?
Strap up. Strap up.
Now you ready to fight.
Yeah, he gonna
now
be
you
like- he gonna be like,
so you're not one of us? Nah, but I think it absolutely means that, like, hey, what's up? We vibing, we on the same vibe. If we need to square up in here, we good. But I think I'm gonna tell you where I think it come from. Did you answer that? Where do you think that
I think
comes
it just
from?
comes from connection.
Just
being
connection.
Cool. Yeah, like I think it's just organic.
All right, cool. So I think it comes from slavery.
Okay.
And I think the concept is when you seen other slaves or other people with, oh, you with your master, you got to go out for this or whatever, just in passing, like, hey, understand that we are the oppressed. Like, I'm with you. If something go down here, I'm going to have your back no matter what.
Yeah, I think that sounds similar to what you said too in the long run, where it's like still like you said, a connection thing. Like, hey, I know if we going through some hard time or something, I see you, brother.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, like I see you. If you want to speak about something, what's up? What's up? You all right?
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm
It's
still
like when you at work and it's no other black people at your job. You see a new black person, you be like, hey, my boy, if you need, if you need something.
But I feel like it's so it's
sense.
slavery. Like,
That makes sense. I mean,
we
but
just had to
you
be
probably say
like, hey,
everything is
are you an Uncle Tom? Like, are you gonna snitch on me?
Not an Uncle Tom.
That's the same thing. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you, when you do that head nod and he look back, I just think of Samuel L. Jackson and Samuel L. Jackson. I want to make sure I said that right. I do. In Django, right? Like when you go like this, he looking at you like, nah, like, like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no head nod here.
That?
Yeah, from niggas that look like how Samuel L. Jackson looked in Django, maybe, but not like.
You know niggas who look like Samuel L. Jackson in Django.
I am from Ahoskie, North Carolina.
He was a butler, dog.
I don't know anybody that looks like that. Not one
Yeah,
person.
you're right. I don't even. Nah, I do. Just without. It's not the clothes though, but look like that. Just not the clothes. You know what I'm saying? They look like that. What? Oh, with the little joint missing in the middle like that? What you mean? What you
He
mean?
talking about his features.
What you mean?
The eyes kind of yellow.
Eyes bugged out.
Yeah.
Sitting on the porch all day.
No, I know some
Mean
people
to everybody.
that don't look like that. That's not your people.
That's his regular face.
I don't know.
That is my happy face.
Is somebody that work with you that look like that?
Nah, ain't nobody work with me that look like that.
Nah, engineers usually can't look like that, but they be acting like that.
They do act like that. That's what I'm saying. But like you gonna know.
But nah, I know what you mean, Lizzie. You saying like if you give them like the nod and they look kind of confused, like they don't know what it means, you like, oh.
Or they're like, why are you nodding at me?
Yeah.
The modern day.
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
I'm not your brother.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm not your little homie. Okay.
Let's get this straight now, Jamal.
Thanks. That's the one.
Yeah, that's absolutely the one.
All right, so you excited about this trip endeavor that we're about to take place, or maybe expand some light on the current situation right now? Because I don't think people even. No, we've been talking about it, but not really.
All right, cool. Well, Zen Trap Travels coming to you very, very soon. Very, very soon. We are departing, leaving our home and our jobs behind, and traveling the world for 6
We
months.
with y'all, Gen Z.
We stand in solitude.
Until
We're
this
living our best
recession
life.
happen, I need a job. I need a job.
Anybody got some jobs out there? I'm gonna need something in like 2 weeks. As soon as I get settled,
Don't work out.
I need some remote work.
I'll drop my LinkedIn in the comments.
In the comments.
In the comments.
It'll be in the description.
Just in case this don't work out.
Why didn't y'all get a remote job?
Say that again.
Why didn't y'all get a remote job?
Oh, you think they just handed them out? You think you go to McDonald's and you just buy a remote job? What do you mean? Why didn't we get a remote job?
Everybody's hiring remote.
Not everybody.
Everybody's hiring remote for you to be.
You still probably
Still
live
in the
that-
proximity.
Yeah. You can't live
the
in
remote.
it actually.
The remote ain't really remote.
Yeah. Remote mean at your house. Not remote. Remote don't mean all over the world.
I can live wherever I want.
That's dope. That's
I
dope.
thought that was. I know. I really thought that was the norm. No. They got a lot of remote. I think they got a lot of remote jobs where you can live wherever you want.
Send them to me and Lizzie, please, ASAP.
Say less. I got you. I'll look.
Flood our box.
Wait, but y'all got specific. Never mind. We'll talk about it.
What's up? What?
Like y'all have specific.
Oh, it's that many. You got to filter. I'm looking
Yes.
for something in the operations, manufacturing area. I can be that broad.
Same.
I don't care. Matter of fact, I need a job. I don't care.
If my resume
I can write.
qualifies, submit that.
Admin, I can do some good admin work.
Come on, project management.
Schedule all them emails.
Project management, I got you. Boom, 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 boom.
I know how to use PowerPoint.
I am Microsoft Suite efficient. Okay, Office
You can
365.
do whatever.
What?
Okay, say less.
What? Let's
So,
get it.
Deron, how do you feel about what we're embarking on? I guess like just overall, very broad question.
I mean, honestly, I think it's dope. I think one of the things that I've experienced recently with being impactful is like spending a lot of time with a lot of different types of creators. And I think
Could you take a second? What is being impactful? What is that?
Oh, so Be Impactful is a community-based organization that I started last year. Basically, our focus is, so our motto is leave a piece of you in everything that you touch. So our focus is spending time with the Black.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna hype it up. Sorry,
Yo,
I'm sorry.
did he use his arm as a scratch off?
Yes, he did. He
I was
did.
leaving a piece of me in.
You scratch your cells off like
It's micro DNA. I thought you did the same thing.
No,
I thought you. So I thought you was doing.
he thought
I
this was a
apologize.
team.
I apologize.
Wow.
Please continue, man. I'm so sorry.
So
We ain't never interviewed nobody
yeah.
before.
So the motto, leave a piece of you in everything that you touch. So our focus is engaging with the Black community in educational and social interactions to just make sure that we elevate the Black experience. But I have a team of Black entrepreneurs that work with me. We call ourselves the community, and we build and we push forward in the community aspect. We relate with each other. We love on each other. We spend time with each other, and we do that so that we can elevate our internal experiences to elevate the external relations that we have with the Black community.
That ain't your first time playing.
Nah,
man.
hell.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Wow, you have a really
So-
good understanding of what y'all doing over there.
So you like Issa Rae from Insecure, but you do like literacy events.
Not just literacy. So our first event was Black Literature Matters. I think that's gonna be one of our keystone events we do every Black History Month. So that is focused on literacy from a poetic standpoint, a fiction, nonfiction. We have Black authors, we have Black bookstores, we have spoken word artists, whatever. But then in May, we did the self-care social, which we probably gonna bring back as well, which is a mental health awareness event where we focus on the 8 dimensions of wellness. So everything from educational to physical wellness, nutrition, everything in between, emotional trauma, PTSD, financial wellness.
You had a name like I knew you
Whatever, so on and so forth.
Yo,
Nah, I didn't.
he ain't never said this before. No, that's dope though.
Yeah.
That's how I got a question though, for real. What gave you this idea? Like I think you had the slogan before anything, right?
Yeah.
Right? That was like the first thing with I want to leave a piece of myself on this earth. I think,
Yeah.
yo, that should be like, y'all should have like a secondary logo, and you could be like, that could be the logo.
The scratch?
Yeah, or you could do the sprinkle, like the sprinkle on your arm.
The little
like,
salt man?
yeah, like y'all got a little salt, man. But what
Yeah.
made you come up with this?
I mean, honestly, I think it's been like, I think the idea has been a thing for me for a long time. I think I grew up in a space where, people was dying and stuff like that around me. So I always was like, man, my biggest fear is not dying, but it's dying and being forgotten. So like, even the people that I've lost, I've always tried to keep them in memory. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what can I do to make sure that my memory is sustained? And that's kind of where the leave a piece of you and everything that you touch came from, and the fingerprint or whatever, which is our logo. So it's like a fingerprint, and it's like that old school wax stamp, right?
Yeah.
So that old school wax stamp is like back in the Roman era, like that was like you was a king, you had that stamp. You know what I'm saying? And that fingerprint follow you wherever you go, whether you doing crimes or whatever. So
It's the emblem of The Secret. He just doesn't have to get sued.
It is a black variation
Black.
of that. But yeah, but it's but I think that's where I think the organic came from. Is just like I always, because of the things that I guess I grew up in, I never wanted to be forgotten if I died. So I think that became a big part of it. But then I just, being in Nesby and all these other things. So it's like,
Yo, I got a kind of random, but follow up on that. What's something y'all gonna tell y'all kids to like tell their kids to tell their kids? Like it's only gonna be certain things that you could pass down that's gonna like be like family, like everybody in our family know this. Like there's a story about my grandfather that I'm gonna tell my kids. Like, hey,
what's that story? I want to know too.
Oh, bet. I got you. My grandfather basically was at a store and some white men was picking on this black boy. And of course, my grandfather grew up he was born in like the 20s or something. Mm-hmm. So he was about 6'4" though. He was big. He went to the military. He was a lumberjack, so he was like strong. Seen him picking on the boy at the store. Basically told the white boys to stop messing with him, like leave him alone. And they was like, what? Like, so they jumped on him. It was like 4 of them, and he beat him up. And he had to run for like 3 days, so he couldn't come home for like 3 days. Trucks and stuff came down to my grandma's house. It's a house full of kids. My grandma had 13 kids altogether, but at that point there was probably, I don't know, 8 kids at the house. They coming up in trucks looking for him. Like, where he at? We looking for him. We know who he is. And he had to hide for like some days. He couldn't come home. Shit's crazy.
You got to go out there. One of the stories that I'm going to probably always tell, it's not a family story, but one of my mentors, y'all know him, Dr. Calvin Mackey. So when when I was at my previous company, I was doing a lot of like the DEI stuff or whatever. And I had plugged him in or whatever to, do some stuff in the community because he has like a STEM organization. And there was a day that he had to come to Houston and speak at one of like the STEM summits that we had or whatever. And then I kicked it with him for like 2 or 3 hours until he flew back to New Orleans. And we were in his hotel room and he was like, yeah, man, my mentor died this morning. And I was like, well, why would you come here? I would have not come here. If you had died this morning, I would still be in New Orleans. And he was like, yeah, I was going to stay, but I thought about something he told me. And he was like, man, if you are supposed to be somewhere and you don't show up, they going to tell your story. And you're not going to be able to tell your own story. So you have to always push forward because the show must go on. And so that's something that every time I think about quitting, I think about that moment and I'd be like, whatever I'm going through, not bigger than that. So the show must go on. So that's the story that I'm always going to continue to tell people and push forward with. Excuse me. And, but yeah, it's not a family story, but that's the story I'm going to keep running through.
That's good. That's good, man. So what y'all doing this week? Y'all got no plans? I think you said you had some emails or something you was gonna do.
Oh, I got a meeting with NASA.
Meeting, yeah, you got to meet with NASA.
Yeah, for a back to school program.
Dope.
Dang, this back to school program with NASA. That's impressive.
Ass nigga.
Most improved.
For sure, from college, most improved, hands down. I told him that. Who we up against? Put somebody up against him, and I'm gonna run the stats. Put somebody up against him. Who? If not him, then who?
That's tough. That's tough.
Nobody.
Beyonce ain't got more hits than R. Kelly.
I'm sorry.
Not R. Kelly.
Deron should have won most improved. I don't care what y'all talking about. Y'all crazy.
I was a wild boy.
You got to think like 2-3 years after college. That's when he started to get on his fitness stuff. He grew a whole neck. He didn't have a neck before. He grew a neck. He used to just be shoulders wrestling and shit. He started leaning out, changing his diet up a little bit. Stopped drinking eating fried chicken and pasta and rice because he get you so a whole lot of rice and carbs and stuff. Leaned that diet out, ate some fish and some quinoa, Brussels sprouts and stuff. Boy got right. Then he started getting all these certifications. Who up? Who against my boy? Who up against my boy?
You bought a condo?
Who? That didn't go well.
Who up?
Hey, don't say that part.
That's why he bought a condo. I was like, "Who? That didn't go well."
Yeah, that didn't go well, but he learned from his mistakes.
Yeah.
So when y'all were talking about like keeping memories and stuff, I used to think about, and I want to know how y'all feel about this because it feels like it's insensitive, just because a lot of people are uncomfortable with death. I would want to keep a family like diary. I want to say like a virtual diary though. Like you be able to get to tell your own story. You can hear your grandfather talk to you on the camera. Like you click his picture, his button. He can tell you his whole story of life. He can have chapters and stuff. I would love to, and again, I'm getting ready for I don't really care.
Free 99.
I would love somebody to start a company like that. I'm sure it exists where like they come through and they do it for you. Like come through.
So
we'll interview the people, do it real nice. We set it up and we'll keep. You know what I'm saying? If you want to ask somebody, it costs this much.
Did y'all hear that if y'all have like an old voicemail or whatever from like a past relative?
Oh Lord, Amazon
could turn that into your Alexa voice.
That is creepy.
That's weird.
Nobody
weird.
asked for that.
That's so weird. I be wondering what they be doing in these board meetings.
Somebody had to ask for that.
What do they do in these board
Somebody
meetings?
asked for that.
It's people out there probably. That's what I'm saying. But I
They
think
get
that's
them put in teddy bears and build a bear.
That's an uncomfortable with death thing. I think to me, like you still holding on. Like
I don't want that.
you want to hear grandma say I love you? Oh no.
No sir.
Hey, but the diary thing, what's great about that is that like I can tell you all the wild stuff. If I want to confess my
You
secrets,
can say whatever you want.
I can say whatever
we can't
I
really
want.
get like other than what they tell you out of them.
I think that's lit.
You could probably put it in your will, like here get a code to my diary.
When do you
gonna
start?
like this when I die. Yeah, you
just-
can have
you can-
a time.
Matter of fact, you can keep improving it. Like every 5 years. Oh, on the 5th year, we always do a refresh of our.
Yeah. Well, no,
entries.
because I asked that because I saw a video and I sent it to my homeboy because he got kids. I don't. And it was like a thing where you send like I think it was like a yearly voicemail that the father and mother makes, and they save it, and on the child's 18th birthday they give it to him.
Oh wow!
And it's
They get like 18 years.
Yeah, it's like 18 years of thoughts, memories, and reflections that they get to sit in on. So that's why I was like, so when do you start? Like, do we start now, right? Yeah. And then our grandkids get this.
Yeah, your grandkids can get your whole life.
Yeah.
Literally, and see you improve.
If I get on the camera right now and my grandkids see this, like right now, they gonna be like, "You was crazy." They not gonna. It's gonna. I think because we get all of our life recorded like this, it'll humanize me. But I think because we get all our life recorded like this, our grandkids are gonna see a different perspective of us. Our grandkids are gonna see a different perspective of us. So I feel like
I don't know what you're talking about. Delete all that shit.
you know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna be on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna know like, oh yeah. If I want to go find out about my grandpa Paris, he got some stuff on YouTube. Look, it's called.
Somebody
He had
gonna
a
delete
business.
YouTube. The whole YouTube.
Somebody gonna do that. You right?
I ain't worried. I ain't even worried.
You ain't got TikTok?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that's gonna be up there.
I ain't made them yet.
You gonna make them while y'all gone?
You go make them.
We gon'
You
I ain't gonna
facts.
be up there.
You gonna be on this one though. Don't worry.
Nah,
Unless
they gonna delete YouTube. He already said that.
They're gonna have links. TikTok gonna have links to like. That's the only way you can access YouTube.
How y'all feel about the metaverse?
Hey, this has been another Zen Trap Chat. I'm like,
I don't even know, bro.
They gonna have like gyms and all that in there. You probably can get a real good workout with the little Oculus on and stuff. You can work out in Italy or Japan, wherever. How y'all feel about like going to like you gonna be a real life sim?
Nah, I think we've gone too far. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
we have gone too far.
Or have you gotten old? Did your parents think the cell phone was too far?
Nah, my parents didn't. My parents wasn't the people, but like, because I think the only reason I say that is because like even the basis of my business, right? Like the community business is like we in person, we people, like we I need to be able to touch you and spend time with you and relate with you. And I think like at some point, if we automate everything, eventually people just like not gonna interact no more. And I think that's what we're struggling with now as a society. And that's why I think people think Be Impact was so unique. But I tell people all the time, like, this is how I grew up. Like, I ain't really doing nothing different than like what I did when I was a kid. So, but like it's so different because people don't relate to nobody no more. So it's like I'm building a business off of being in the 90s again. Get him away from me. I don't want him to talk to me no more.
Hey, no, that was all dope. But I heard Sadhguru say something almost like what you said, where like the reason why you build something more like automating stuff these days, people are trying to automate stuff to get happiness from it instead of automating it just for like comfort, like making it like efficient or something. We trying to create happiness through stuff, and that's where we like really messing people up mentally and socially and all of that. But what you think, Yogi?
But it's weird because like the happiness they're creating is normal spaces. Just go. Like, I mean, y'all going. I mean, y'all doing it.
Yeah, we old. I mean, but I think
First of all, I'm not old. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know if we're gonna see a lot of this stuff in our generation, but I know it's coming. I don't think we're gonna see the metaverse. We ain't gonna be actual Sims.
I think this is gonna be here.
We about to be like the Matrix right now.
It's on the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be families sitting in their living room together with headsets on, walking in the metaverse. Not like outside, in their house, and they can go take a walk with all their cousins and stuff.
In the next 10 years, for sure.
Everybody can just sit. Like, think about people just sitting on Facebook now. It's gonna be the same thing, except with a helmet on, sitting in your chair, or you probably gonna have like a little treadmill or something. Like, but you get like the community thing he's talking about. It's a mental thing now. Like, instead of it being physical in person, it's gonna be in the metaverse. I can see all my friends. I can hang with all my friends all day long, and we can do whatever we want. Wow, freaky shit.
Yeah, why I gotta go outside? Like, bro,
we can go to any place we want together.
I just don't think we're gonna see it in our lifetime.
But we already got VR.
I understand that. The transition to get people, like majority of people, away from that. Even if you just talk about metropolitan areas, real talk, I don't think you can do that.
The only thing I'm gonna say on that is, I swore up and down I wouldn't get in a stranger's car.
Ooh.
When I was 8, yeah.
No, I'm talking when I was like 21, 22. Like, no, I'm not. This seems stupid, and then it's like, oh, this cheap.
I've been in a taxi before. It's the same thing.
Okay, you smarter than me.
I don't know, bro. I think we on the cusp of it. It just depends on.
What I'm telling you, it ain't the technology. I'm not worried about. It's the people. Like,
I mean,
there's still this type of stuff where people are like, be impactful. Like, we want to socialize. We need to put our hands on one another. We need to develop one another. You still gonna have that. So to get everybody away from it, you just not.
But I think the thing is, I think the people that desire that most are 30 and up. I think as you get younger, those people desire that significantly less because one, you got to realize like there's a group of people that went to college during COVID, right? So there are a group of people that already are removed from human interactions by the state of their nature.
Yeah, Lindsay. No. So the other part that I was gonna say is like, I think what you said about 30 and up, like our age range, we probably still want to interact because we know about like kind of playing outside and stuff. It's also we're in the middle too, because like the kids can like get made to do like that Oculus metaverse stuff, but also I think that's big for old people too. That's already not mobile. You can put a helmet on them. They would love to like just say, "I'm young again" in my head, like just be able to do stuff in your head as a game. Give it 10 years, Lindsay, when you see your grandma sitting around.
All right, I can't. I would love that this is a video. We're going to come back in 10 years. Yeah. But I think I don't like
2030.
All right, 2030.
That's what I'm cool with 2030.
Okay.
2030.
All right, bet.
All right, bet. I mean, I feel you. I ain't saying it ain't possible. I'm just saying to get the masses to do that, it's just gonna be more difficult. It's people
You know,
conditioned.
we were just in quarantine, right? Like everybody was in the house.
We didn't have on headsets, y'all. We just
That's
was in
they
the
didn't
house.
exist.
Yes, Lindsay, we don't have the headsets yet. Just
But
like
if we
these new
did-
phones come out and stuff, they gonna make a push for Oculus sets. They might even give them away just to make people pay for some subscription online. It's so many like marketing plans they can do with that. And
Alright, cool.
the advertising, it's gonna be just like that movie Player One, where you're like, now you can get the haptic feedback suit so you can feel your loved one touch your hand and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I fully believe Black Mirror is our future.
Oh, facts. And then the freaks gonna get a hold of it, and it's just
Lord.
gonna be porn everywhere. Porn.
OnlyFans Oculus.
OnlyFans, I could give me $1 and I'll touch your.
It's virtual, guys. I'm getting no miles on my.
I hate you.
And then they gonna tax that too.
They definitely gonna take that.
It's gonna be virtual reality.
Yeah. So you went over your time limit. You went to 2 hours, so that puts you in the tax bracket of.
Yeah, I just don't.
They
It's
gonna start
be
giving
cool.
you like
When it happened, it'll be
just
cool.
like Black Mirror. Like you need to go outside for 5 minutes. Ignore it.
I hope I'm dead before that happens.
Jesus.
I don't want to live through that. That sounds terrible. That don't sound terrible to y'all.
It's worse things. What if it's a water shortage? I said that last time. F the food.
That's in South
Water.
Africa. We got a water shortage
Where?
in South Africa.
Oof.
I mean,
I don't know if y'all going there, but
that's like,
it's a thing.
I don't know. I feel like that's like saying it's a heat wave in the United States.
The people ain't got water. That is what-
I don't think that's the same thing.
what are you saying?
Exactly.
It killed the same amount of people? A heat
No,
wave?
I'm saying nothing, just like he did.
I
I don't know. All right, cool. Yeah, man.
Just know you can only take really, really short showers in South Africa. Like they'll cut your water off in the middle of your shower. So
That's good to know. That's good to know.
I'm talking about in your hotel. They'll cut your water off.
How?
Yeah, they got that on the time. I'm serious.
I got it bathed quick and like
You giggling.
Remember how when the power went out here, and they like said we gonna cut people lights out on purpose to save energy and do it?
Yeah.
They doing that water distribution stuff. Like, it's only so much in this tank from when it rained, and we gotta wait for another rain or something.
Yeah. This was like 2018 though, so maybe they fixed it. They didn't.
I don't know nothing about this. Just
this was 4 years ago.
Yeah. You think they got all their water back in 4 years?
all right, y'all. This has been another Zen Trap Chat. Zen
For
Trap
sure.
Chat.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, y'all go out there, have a good week or whatever you doing. I'm one of your hosts, Zen P.
I'm Yogi LG. This our boy Deron.
Yeah.
Remember to protect your peace.
Take your energy.
It's the
Zen
Zen Trap.
We out.
We out.